Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. As you can see by the title, today I have so many brand new drugstore slash affordable products to try out with you guys to let you guys know if it's worth your money or not. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, let's get into it. We have so many products to try. Let me kind of fix my camera. Here we go. This bun today is giving me a little bit of a headache, but we didn't want to do our hair today. Okay, I wanted to show you guys this product from J-Cat Beauty. They ended up sending me like a little box full of makeup. I've been wearing this for the past 24 hours. I just started it yesterday, but it's so nice. It is obviously really hard to see because it's clear, but it's called the Lip Switch Color Changing Oil. Now, it's a lip oil and it looks clear. It says it's color changing. I'm not sure if the color is changing or not. You guys let me know, but I love the formula. So this one's in the Appley Ever After and it smells just like apple. And it's interesting because it actually comes with a plastic applicator. Not my favorite, but the formula is so nice. This is like one of like the thickest lip oils I've ever put on my mouth. It's so thick and it's so glossy, but it's not sticky, but it's very thick and it just looks wet. I just wanted to let you guys know what was on my lips because I think it looks beautiful and it feels so nice. Again, if you don't like something thick, do not get this. So let's get started with the face. Okay, so for primer, Pixi did send this over in PR. It is a brand new primer that kind of sounds like something else. So this is the Pixi by Petra Flawless Beauty Primer. I feel like it sounds like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter, but it's called Flawless Beauty Primer. It's a hydrating glow primer, and it just says that it's going to add radiance to the skin. It does come in a squeezy tube. And I don't know if it comes in any other different shades, but this one is like rosy. So today we're not going to try a new foundation because we do have a lot of complexion products to try out. And obviously when you are like using a new primer, you might as well use a foundation that you already know and love so that you see how the primer actually performs. Oh wow, this is very glowy. This is a little too glowy for me, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's starting to peel up with my skincare. And you know what? I did my skincare like 3 hours ago, and I didn't even put anything specific. Like, this shouldn't be peeling up. I technically tried this out like 2 weeks ago when I first got it, and it started peeling up my skincare, so I decided I'm just gonna put in a video and try it again later, and it's peeling up again. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take it off. This is the effect that it gives. To me, it looks a little glittery, a little metallic. Like, I personally wouldn't be putting this under my foundation. Let me know if you guys have tried this because it doesn't look very good, I'm not gonna lie. And usually I do like Pixi, but this might just not be it for me, you know? I went ahead and took that primer off just because it wasn't looking good, and I just applied my House Labs foundation as well as my Anastasia Beverly Hills cream bronzer because we do have a brand new cream blush. Actually, now that I think about it, let's do concealer first. And we do have a brand new concealer that a lot of you guys have actually been wanting me to try. So this is from Physicians Formula. This is called the Butter Glow Concealer. I don't think I've ever tried a concealer from Physicians Formula. I got the shade medium to tan. So it's described as a long-wearing multi-use radiance boosting concealer. It's supposed to be flawless coverage, awakened skin, concealing imperfections, smooth creamy texture, delivers a radiant soft focus finish, giving your skin a refreshed glow. Oh, you know what? When I saw the packaging, I thought it was going to be like the NYX Bear With Me concealer with the pump, but this isn't the pump, it's a sponge. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'll use like around my face, but I don't like using these little sponges under my eyes. This is what it looks like, again, medium to tan. So let's go ahead and apply some. Feels extremely liquidy right now, and I actually think I picked the right shade. Awesome, because I did buy this online. This is like extremely liquidy, but very pigmented. I haven't dipped in just yet, and I don't even think I need to dip back in. Like, this is all I need. I don't like this little sponge. Look, it just soaked up all of it. This is why I don't use these little sponges. So I'm just gonna use like an actual sponge and start blending. I kind of want to let this dry a little bit like under my eyes because it looks like it's very, very liquidy. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. Like I mentioned, it's like extremely lightweight, blending out in like 2 seconds. Oh my goodness, so far this is looking really pretty. It does look radiant, but it doesn't look overly radiant. Like it's not making my under eyes look like oily. I'm like extremely excited about this because if you have like dry under eyes, this might be like a really nice like lightweight everyday concealer. It's giving me a light to medium coverage, so not, you know, too much coverage, but it is brightening and concealing pretty well. And like I mentioned, it's very, very lightweight. I'm wondering if this is buildable. Why don't we apply just a little bit more? This little bottle doesn't have too much of a stopper, so I understand why the wand is like very saturated with product, so keep that in mind. Like this whole wand is kind of just like goopy. Yeah, I think that this is a solid medium coverage if you build it up, so it's definitely buildable. And like I mentioned, because it is so thin and lightweight, you know, it doesn't feel heavy building this up. So far this looks beautiful. Obviously we have to see how it sets with powder and also how it wears. For right now, I'm pretty impressed. I want to finish all my cream products before I do set it though, so let's go ahead and talk about blush. I have two cream blushes to try out. I think I'm going to do one on each side and then maybe mix them. I don't know, because I do have somewhere to be today and I don't want to look absolutely crazy, but I do want to show you guys both individually. Okay, so why don't we try this one first on one cheek. So this one is called the Blush Balm. Again, it's called Liquid Blush with Vitamin E, and I got the shade Dolly House. How cute is that? So this is what it looks like. I have no idea what to expect, so I'm just gonna put maybe like that much on there. Oh, okay, this is nice. This is like a medium coverage. You know those blushes that just like blend away? It's not that one, but it's also not like the rare beauty blush that like freaks you out when you apply too much. This actually applied really nicely. It does have like a dewy finish, but it doesn't have any shimmer. See how it's just dewy, but no glitter, no shimmer. So that's what that looks like. I really, really like that. Let's test out the Milani one, and then maybe I can add both on each side. So this, like I mentioned, is like a blush lighter. I don't love super like shimmery things, but we'll see. It seems like this might be a little bit light for me. I'm gonna blend it out with a different brush. Doesn't have too much pigment. This is actually shimmery and it's less dewy than this one, but they look similar because this one's dewy and that one's shimmery. Does that make sense? This is definitely more of a light wash of blush with highlighter or just a rosy highlighter. So if you have my skin tone or deeper, this is gonna work more as like a blush topper or a highlighter. But I do think if you have lighter skin tone, obviously that Luminoso line is really, really pretty. But both formulas look really nice. So what I'm gonna do now is just apply both blushes on both sides so that we look even. But right now, just because of the formulas that I like, I really am liking this one better. Let's go ahead and set everything. I do have a brand new powder from Covergirl. So this is called the Covergirl Clean Invisible Loose Powder, and it is talc free and fragrance free. I got the shade Translucent Fair, and it's described as a lightweight, breathable, talc free loose powder for a soft shine finish free. What? A soft shine free finish. Doesn't crease, doesn't cake, no flashback, and it comes with a puff. And this is the packaging. It's actually really big packaging. It does contain 18 grams of product. It actually comes with a good puff. I thought it was gonna be one of those puffs that look kind of like cotton. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go ahead and really quickly blend out because this concealer is like very creamy and radiant, so it's like creasing like crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and just set my whole face while we're at this, and we will see how the powder is and of course how the concealer looks and the blush with powder. I'm actually pretty impressed with this powder. It is lightweight. Obviously, like, your skin will feel a little bit drier, but it's not like an overly dry sensation. It actually set my makeup really well without hiding the luminosity. See how even my forehead has luminosity, even my cheek. Also, that Revolution blush is nice because sometimes when you also set cream blushes or liquid blushes with a powder, sometimes they just go away. And as you can see, this did not go away. It's a little bit more noticeable in person rather than on my camera. But so far I am liking it. I think I'm going to bake with the powder once we're done with bronzer. But so far it's really nice. It seems like a good overall powder that is not drying or cakey. By the way, I just want to let you guys know, I cut my lip with a boba straw. And now I have like a little butt on my lips. Like, do we see this? It's been bothering me, and I don't know if you guys like notice, so I just want to let you know. Anyways, moving on, I don't have a brand new bronzer, so we're just gonna go with what we know. We have, you guys know, my favorite. I freaking love this. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Bronzer, and because we are testing out like the Luminoso collection, I'm going to go ahead and apply the Luminoso blush as my powder blush so you guys can kind of see it in action if you guys haven't seen it in a while. Here is the Milani Luminoso. This is a baked blush and it is going to have some shimmer. They're very beautiful. Like, I'm sure a lot of you guys already know about it, but if you don't know, they do have other shades. There are better shades for my skin tone, but I actually really do like this. I'm going to apply some and just show you guys that it adds like that peachiness. And I've actually been wearing this more because it adds like a highlighter. So you don't even need highlighter. And you guys know I rarely apply a highlighter. So now when I want to look glowy, I just apply this blush on top. And it just gives you that glow. This is nice because it's one of those like glowy powders that doesn't really like accentuate texture as much as other products would. And it looks really nice. And like I mentioned, even for my skin tone, it does add that like peachiness. I personally like this shade as a blush topper because I love blush. And for me, like this shade is not like pigmented enough for my skin tone. But as a blush topper, it's beautiful. This is giving me like summery, like sunburnt vibes. Moving on to the brows. You guys, if you guys didn't see my last video trying out new makeup, I tried out the brand new Wet n Wild Brow Maximizer. They only have 2 shades and one is like blonde and then one is brunette. I love that product so much, I went ahead and got the brunette one. So let me show you guys in action. It's in the shade medium brown and it's interesting because it has a little powder brush full of powder. And all you have to do is apply the powder. And because it does have this like little wand, you can almost like apply the powder in like brush strokes without a brush, which is really nice. It does have both products that you need in one. It's obviously like very inexpensive because it's Wet n Wild. And this is one of those brow gels that actually hardens your brows. Like this is one of those, like, it literally feels like glue. And I feel like a lot of drugstore brow gels don't really do that for you, and this one does. And it's a 2-in-1. Isn't it awesome? So anyways, I just wanted to show it to you guys again because I went ahead and got my right shade, and I have no regrets. Look at this brow compared to this one with only one product. Moving on to eyeshadow, I'm kind of in a pickle because we can keep trying out the Luminoso collection. I have this eyeshadow palette from Milani. I also have their brand new Gilded Minis from Milani. And then I also have this brand new one from LA Girl, the Foreplay. And they all look beautiful. Maybe we should just do the Luminoso because maybe you guys would prefer that, right? And then maybe put these in another video just to like keep it in the collection. I think that that's what you guys would want. I wish this was alive and you guys could just tell me. So let's go ahead and try this out. These are smaller eyeshadow pans and it does come in like a little, what is this called? Cardboard. So it is 9 Sun-Kissed Shimmer and Matte Shades inspired by the best-selling Luminoso Baked Blush. A lot of kickback. I don't know if you guys can see that. A lot of kickback, but usually Milani has really nice shadows. So let's just try this out. Let's go ahead and do a halo eye. You guys know I love doing halo eyes when I'm trying out new eyeshadow palettes because It's a way to use a lot of shades. Okay, so this shade so far, blending out in like 2 seconds. It is a lighter transition shade. With a smaller brush, I'm gonna use this like very warm tone chocolatey shade. It's called Horizon. And we're gonna put that on the inner and outer corner. That's so pretty. So far, no complaints. These shadows are blending very quick and easy. The only thing I will say, if it's something that bothers you, is that there is a lot of kickback. Like the shades are a little bit like crumbly, but on the eye, they're pigmented and they're blending out very easily. That's a beautiful brown shade, beautiful. So far so good. Things are getting a little messy though, so I'm gonna grab a smaller little blending brush and grab the shade Halo. It's like a matte pink. You really can't see it. It's very pale. It's like a peachy pink. And I'm just gonna use that to blend out the crease, just to soften everything out a little bit and add a little bit of that peachiness. I will say, so far, this color story is looking so beautiful. And so far, I do think that they really created a nice like collection inspired by Luminoso, because this is giving me like the peachy vibes, but it's still giving me like shades to work with to deepen. Like, so far so good. I am loving it. Let's go ahead and use Soul. This looks like a very nice like shimmery gold. It's a little bit crumbly like I mentioned, but I'm sure it's gonna be very nice and like pigmented. Yep. Very nice and pigmented. Yeah, all these shades are just a little bit crumbly, but on the eye, they're applying really nicely. Luminoso in the middle. Luminoso come through. This is not glittery, but we'll add it in the middle to maybe lighten it up. That's pretty. And then lastly, with the Horizon shade, I'm just gonna go back and kind of blend out the edges. Nice and smoky, look at that. And bring it into the lower lash line, just to kind of make everything match. So far, I'm loving this. Not gonna lie, when I opened this and I saw how small the pans were, I was like, this is weird, but this is actually really, really pretty. I think I'm gonna use the shade Beam. It's like a pink with a gold reflex, and I'm gonna use that as my inner corner highlight. And let's just make this our inner corner highlight. Oh, this is like really, really pinky. Very like rose gold. It's like a pale pink with like gold shimmer in it. This is really nice. Like I mentioned, the powders and the shimmers are very soft, so they can get like crumbly or have fallout, but on the eyes they're pigmented and they like blended really well. It definitely gives the vibes of the Luminoso. I really do like it. They did send over some lashes. Not gonna lie guys, I don't know when I would wear these lashes, so I might just put them in a giveaway. This is what the lashes look like. Big Cat Beauty, like I mentioned, they did send me some more products, and I wanted to try a white eyeliner because I feel like everyone's doing it again. So this is called the Metal Chromatic Shock 24/7 Extreme Eyeliner. Oh, wait a minute. Is this actually white? This is like iridescent. That's cool. I wonder how that's gonna look in the eye. Oh, wow. Do you guys see that? Interesting, because it's not like a solid color. It almost adds like a little bit of iridescence in the eye. I kind of like that. It's not like super pigmented, but it does add a little bit of like brightness and sheen. It's cooler in theory. It's cooler in theory. So all we have left is lip products. So I do have the Luminoso Nourishing Lip Plumper. And I also have a new lipstick from Revlon. I'm gonna quickly do my eyelashes. I'm just gonna apply some, you guys already know, L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara, and I'll be right back so we can finish off the look. Alrighty guys, so I have my mascara on and I took off that lip oil, but see how like still like my lips just look hydrated? That J-Cat lip oil is really cool. Let's try this out. So like I mentioned, this is the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in the shade Luminoso, of course. Let's try this out by itself. Then I'll show you guys the Revlon lipstick and then maybe we can mix them together. Ooh, this might be a little late for me. It smells like mint chocolate almost. It feels like a little minty. It feels nice. It definitely does feel like a lip balm. Definitely wouldn't wear alone, but again, it's definitely like a Luminoso shade. I think with like a darker lip liner, this would look really nice. It's like getting like a little minty. It's not burning, it's just minty, not sticky at all, and it looks really pretty. So that is the Luminoso Nourishing Lip Balm. And now let's try out the Revlon one. I'm actually really excited to try it out because I believe it's supposed to be like a non-transfer proof lipstick. So these are the Revlon Color Stay Suede Ink lipstick. I got the shade 003 Want It All. Let me throw on a lip liner and I'll be right back. I put on Gerard Cosmetics Sugar and Spice, and now let's try this out. Oh, very pigmented. That's a really pretty shade. I don't know why I thought this would be like more of a nude, but if you're into pinkies, I mean, this would be really nice for like Valentine's Day. So far, it looks nice. It is fully matte, which is nice. There's no really like shine to it, but it doesn't feel drying. On the website, it's described as an 8-hour wear, no transfer formula. So I'm gonna let this dry and then we'll kind of see if it transfers. So let me just give you guys a quick little roundup of all the products. Number one, I really did enjoy that Makeup Revolution liquid blush as well as the Milani one. They are both really nice. The shine is still coming through and so is the dew. I like them both. Number one, the Milani one, like I mentioned, is more of a blush lighter or a blush topper. The Revolution one is just like a nice pigmented, not too much, not too little, nice and dewy. That looks beautiful. The Wet n Wild eyebrow product, like I mentioned, I really like. It's super affordable. You get 2 in 1. The Luminoso eyeshadow palette, I think is really nice. It's a nice, easy to use, blendable, with a good color story, affordable. I also really enjoyed that concealer. So let's talk about the concealer and the powder. The concealer is definitely a natural, like an everyday type of concealer, unless you just don't want like a lot of makeup. I liked it because it gave me a light to medium coverage with hydration. It does not look dry under my eyes at all. It's definitely, for me, more of like a everyday concealer. Very lightweight, very thin formula. I like it. Both the concealer and the powder I think would be better for normal to dry skin. I don't know if you guys noticed, but my skin is looking dewy and I powdered the whole thing. Also, the concealer doesn't look dry at all. I think if you are a dry skinned or normal skinned person and you're looking for a lightweight everyday type of powder or concealer, I think both of these products would actually work out really, really nice for you. If you have oily skin, I don't recommend the concealer or the powder to you guys, to be honest, because I'm looking dewy and I don't usually get dewy. So just letting you guys know. And yeah, so far everything looks really good. Let's test out this little no transfer lipstick. You guys, interesting. This really, look at that. Okay, this is the first time that I've actually used a lipstick that is in a bullet that really is no transfer. It is a little bit on the drier side, but it's not going to be as dry as a liquid lipstick that is matte. So I feel like this is a good in between. So that's actually pretty cool. So far I really did enjoy all the products that I tried out. Hopefully this video is helpful for you guys. I will leave everything that I used down below. Let me know in the comments what else you guys want me to buy. Whether it's high-end or drugstore, you guys let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Okay, wait. I was literally gonna like redo my lips. Look. Like, this is barely coming off. Like, what?